Are you constantly chasing leads, posting daily content, or relying on referrals only to hit an income ceiling or feeling like it's really, really difficult to get new clients? Imagine waking up to a full calendar of qualified leads who found you without you having to do any cold DMs, post reels every day, or spend hours on networking. Today, I'm breaking down how service providers can scale to consistent 10K plus months using ads and automation without burning out, because trust me, that is way too familiar for me. You're going to learn why organic marketing alone isn't enough to scale, how paid ads work to attract premium clients on autopilot, the simple three-step framework for systemizing client acquisition, and I'm going to share real life success stories from service providers just like you who are my clients and from my own experience as well. Before we get into today's episode, if we have not met yet, hi, my name is Signa and I am a social media and Google Ads specialist. I've been doing this for over 10 years. I have built multiple businesses focusing solely on paid advertising strategies. And today I help clients do the same by teaching them and also managing their ads on a daily basis. So if you want to know how to scale your service business and you want to learn more about ads, then definitely make sure you subscribe to this podcast, because I am dropping new episodes all the time with real life examples, real stories, things I'm testing. So if that's something that you're interested in, then definitely make sure that you subscribe. All right, let's get into today's episode. Why relying on referrals and organic limits your actual business growth. Let's talk about organic social media content. In today's world, organic social media content is super necessary part in your business. I myself as well, I still post content, even though that's not the way I get clients. I receive DMs on a weekly basis from people inquiring about my services and about my coaching, but I'm not posting on a daily basis. Sometimes I don't post a month, but I'm still showing up because it's an important part of marketing. However, if that's the only way how you get clients, you are going to be in a really difficult position, because depending on social media platforms is like giving away control over your lead flow to the social media platform owners. So if Zuckerberg decides that he wants to make changes to Facebook, which they're constantly doing, and Instagram, then your business is completely dependent on his decisions and what he's deciding. They are changing the algorithm all the time, and they're always trying to make the platform better for consumers, which makes sense. However, they don't really focus on the business owners when they do this. So if they decide that they are going to make a change, it always changes your reach. And that means that when you are posting content, it could be that for the next 2 weeks, you're not going to receive any leads, not because your content is bad, but because your algorithm is only learning and it's adjusting, or it's making changes because they've made some other change in there. But my point is that you cannot control what the algorithm does at all. You can only control your output. So if you even decide that you're going to post more content and hope that you're going to reach more people like that, even that's not going to help you necessarily. You do not own social media platforms. You don't even own your account. Whoever owns the platform owns your account, meaning if they decide to change anything today, tomorrow, or a month later, you are completely dependent and hoping that the change will be good for you. And in most cases, it's not. Another problem with relying solely on organic content is that if you want to post the content, you never know how many people you're going to reach. It could be that you're going to reach 100 people. It could be that you're going to reach 100,000 people. So how do you know how much input to put into content? How many hours of work should you put into a piece of content? You don't know. And that means that you may spend your precious time as a business owner on content that's not going to reach thousands of people, and you're spending hours on it on a daily basis when you could have spent that time speaking to your existing clients or serving them better. So it's not really the best way to use your time either. The second thing that service business owners or any business owners tend to do is they start relying or hoping on referrals. And don't get me wrong, we all love referral clients. They are the best. They usually stay the longest. They're super loyal. They tend to pay the most because someone has said that you are doing a great job. So I absolutely love referral clients, and this should be a real strategy in your marketing on how you're constantly increasing your referrals or getting more of them on a monthly basis. However, it's really inconsistent and there's really no control in that strategy. Again, you don't know how many people are going to talk about your business in the next week or month or even 6 months from today. So you don't know how many referral clients you're going to receive. And trust me, I have tried to systemize this with many businesses. I have worked out strategies that would constantly remind people to send more people, that would give them incentives. I have dug deep into some of my clients who have said that they want to increase their referrals. But even they, if they've been in business for 10 years, they haven't had any consistent amount of people that are being referred on a monthly basis. So it's really unpredictable. So I like to look at referral strategy as something that needs to be done. It needs to be super automated. So it's you do it once a quarter, you make sure the system is working, but you're not putting any more money or effort into this on a weekly or monthly basis because there's no consistency with it and it's really hard to scale. So I like to just look at it as a bonus clients that just come to you that you just never know. And it's a really good thing that they come to you. And when you also rely on networking, on getting new clients into your business, you are also very limited because it's completely dependent on you going out there, meeting the right people and convincing them that you are the right partner for their business. And it works. It's a really good strategy, but it's so constrained because you as a business owner has to go out there to meet them on a weekly or monthly basis. And that means that you're taking away time from your own tasks that you need to do. And if you have a small team, or you're a solopreneur, then that means you don't even have that time. Like me, I don't even have the time to go out there and network. I try to get that in on a quarterly basis, but it's really difficult to do because my time is so constrained. So what is the solution? Obviously, it's using paid ads as one of your strategies that allows you to predictably attract ideal clients and reach that 10K plus months on a consistent basis. You need to use automations that ensure leads are nurtured without extra effort from you. And you need to work smarter, not harder, to scale sustainably. Because if you are a small business owner or you are a solopreneur, then working smarter is everything. If you hustle and work harder, you're not going to get better or bigger results than someone who is working much less than you are, but they are working smarter, using smarter strategies. Because nowadays, there are just a ton of different strategies that you can use to market and grow your business. So picking the right vehicles is so crucial, and taking the time on when you're making your decision. So let's talk about the ads and how ads can help you reach that 10K months and do it predictably and consistently. First of all, I want to say that ads aren't just about spending money blindly or randomly, or you pressing that boost button is not really advertising at all. Then you're just giving money to Zuckerberg, who, by the way, doesn't need more of your money because he has enough, and you're hoping for some kind of results. That's not the way to advertise. It's not the best way to spend your money or your time. You really have to have a real strategy behind that's hopefully proven and it works for your business. So the first thing that ads are going to help you with is that you can reach the right people, your ideal clients, and you can pinpoint them, which is going to make sure that all of your hard work that you're doing, whether it's you posting content or creating blogs or whatever type of marketing you're doing, is reaching the right people. Otherwise, you are going to just create content and hope that the algorithm shows it to the right people. You're constantly just using this hope marketing that's not really an effective way of spending your money or time. And that's why I love ads, because with ads, I can tell Facebook or Instagram or TikTok or Google, this is the clients that I'm looking for. Find me people like this, show my content to people like that, and do it on a daily basis. Another reason why I really love ads and why they're going to help your business is that they help you stand out in a saturated market. So let's say you are in a business that your competitors, all of them are posting on Instagram. That's the only way that they are promoting their business. Your first thought is that I should do the same, right? But actually, if you really dig deep and it turns out that your customers are sitting on Instagram, but you want to separate yourself, then you can make sure that they are seeing your content first by advertising on Instagram rather than you posting and hoping that they're going to see your content. You are guaranteeing that they are seeing your content, because it could be that your competitors have much bigger accounts, they have years of experience more than you do. So it's really difficult to compete with them immediately. And an easier way to do that is using ads and making sure that your content is being seen by the right people 24/7. Another reason why they're really good is that ads can really help you position yourself as an expert. If you nurture your audience by constantly demonstrating that you understand their problem and you can solve it, they start seeing you as someone who can help solve their problem, as an expert in your field, or as a specialist who can actually help them. Finally, the best part about ads, obviously, is they are predictable and give you control. Unlike organic reach, ads give you data. They tell you, they show you what people are reacting to. It's a really great way of testing out messages really fast, of testing out offers really quickly. And you don't end up sitting trying to figure out if that offer is going to convert or not. You are making sure that the right type of people are seeing it, and you're immediately getting feedback if they're reacting to it or not. And they, of course, give you control over your lead flow. So if you know that you need 10 leads every single month who are booking an appointment in your calendar, you can do that by using ads, but you can never know if you're going to get 10 leads from organic or not this month or not. Let me bring you an example. I have worked with a lot of therapists and psychotherapists and psychologists and with a lot of mental health providers. And that industry tends to be really old school. So they hope for referrals or organic content. However, the clients in that industry do not react to organic content. They don't want to share their pains and problems publicly, right? They're not even maybe going to follow those accounts because they feel like it's a really vulnerable thing to do, because they don't want anyone to know that they have issues, and that makes sense. However, that means when they have been posting, they haven't gotten any reach, they're not getting any clients, they're not getting anything, right? So those type of clients of mine have struggled a lot before they have worked with me, where we have developed strategies that get them booked appointments in the calendar on a consistent basis. So I have always launched ads for them that are proven to work, and they have constantly generated bookings in their calendar on a daily basis. And what that has done to all of my clients is that when they are posting content, they haven't stopped posting content. They now have consistent clients in the calendar, literally on a daily basis, getting calls booked in. And when they are posting content, they know that the people who are reaching their account are actually seeing the content. So there's the right type of people are seeing the content, and the content is nurturing now people who maybe have even booked an appointment with them in the calendar, but it's like 2 days from today. So they see the content and it actually nurtures them, which guarantees that they will show up on the call, that they want to book an appointment with them, that they want to continue the relationship with them. All right, let's talk about the 3-step framework on how to get clients that's going to get you to 10K months and beyond. So the first thing you have to do is you need to get visible. You need to get in front of your ideal clients on a consistent basis that is happening automatically without depending on you doing the work. Because if you're working alone or you have a small team, your time is already really busy. So the best way to do this is obviously using social media ads. If you want to keep things simple, you can get started with only $10 or £10 a day, advertising a direct offer where you are speaking to your ideal clients, calling out the problem, and either demonstrating or showing that you know how to fix that problem. And all they have to do is either book a call with you or purchase your service from you. That is one of the most I'm not going to say it's the easiest advertising campaign to do, but it's definitely the simplest, meaning like we're giving them direct offer and calling out really specific problems. So the key to winning with this campaign is really knowing your audience, not talking about your services specifically, but really focusing in on the problem that they're having, building authority, showing that they can trust you, that you know what you're talking about, and giving them a really good offer as well that would get them to take action the same day or really quickly, as fast as possible, because you do not want to lose clients. And what's going to happen is a lot of those people are going to book calls with you, and a lot of the other people who are not going to book calls with you are going to come to your Instagram page. Your account is going to grow, Instagram or Facebook page, doesn't matter, because there are two type of buyers. Like the one type of buyer who you're going to get to take action is the ones who are in pain. They're emotional buyers. There's about 3% of them on the market all the time who are willing to buy. They're looking actively for solutions. So those are the people who are going to book a call with you. But a really big chunk of the other people who are more logical buyers or they're just not ready will come to your page and they will start reading your content. They will start engaging with your business. They just need more time. So for them, your content is going to be a really important part of your marketing strategy. But at the same time, at least you're getting calls with the first group of clients. So this campaign is really simple, but it's not easy to do because based on my experience when I work with clients, what I'm seeing is that a lot of people don't really know their audience. They think that people are reacting to a certain type of messaging. They think that people are buying from them because of X reason, but it actually turns out that they're not. One of the things that's going to make this much easier to come up with the problems and the solution is if you know your audience and if you're niched down, because you will have a really clear messaging then, and anything that is really clear is going to make the advertising much easier, much cheaper, and much more converting for you. So I would highly recommend that you figure out who your audience is, be very specific on what problem you're solving. The clearer you can get, the better. And then start testing out the different problems. You can come up with different type of ideas and then just test out what they're reacting to and go deeper on that. So in the long run, what you want to do is you want to test out these ads and the messaging that you have behind it with the problem and the audience. And once you figure out exactly what is converting them, you can go so much bigger on that campaign and really just scale it by making sure that you would get booked calls in every day or X amount in a week. And this campaign can run in the background all the time while you are focusing on running your business. So it's getting you calls in the calendar. You are going to then talk to the clients, book them on the call, but it's all happening automatically without you talking to thousands of people. The ad is actually talking to thousands of people. This is how you should be looking at the advertising campaign or like any ads at all, is that you are putting a salesperson working for you on Facebook. If you make a video where you sell your services once, it's then going to speak to thousands and thousands and thousands of people on a monthly basis who are your ideal clients doing sales work for you. So it's like the cheapest employee you've ever had. And that's how I like to look at ads. All right. So once you have visibility, we're getting to step number 2, which is automating, nurturing, and really building connection with that new audience. Unfortunately, we live in a time right now where skepticism is really high. People are scared to buy from businesses. They've been scammed. There's a lot of bad type of marketing. So people are really skeptical and they're super aware on how marketing works now and what kind of words people are using, knowing that it's like there just to push you over the edge and stuff like that. So we have to take that into consideration in marketing as well and as business owners, which means that it could take longer to convert an audience now than it did before. Depending on your industry, I've had clients who convert, like whose clients convert really fast because they're in that kind of industry. And then I've had clients where, for example, social media managers, where people have been scammed a lot. So the conversion time frame is much longer. It could take a month or 3 months for someone to actually become a paying client. With my own business, it's the same. It takes 3 to 6 months to actually convert someone into paying client. So you really need to know how long it takes you from the day that someone finds your business to paying your invoice or paying you for your services. You need to know what that time frame is, and then the game is to constrain that time frame into shorter period of time. And to do that, or how you can do that, is by obviously using advertising like retargeting ads, which are like overcoming their objections. They are introducing your business more. They're showcasing your services, all of the questions that they may have in the head, or are the reasons why they have yet to book a service with you. And also by building automations that nurture. So it's really important that you consistently post on organic platforms. When I say consistent, I don't mean every day. I don't even mean weekly. If you look at my own Instagram page, I sometimes post once a week, sometimes twice a month, sometimes I don't post a month. It's just important to stay relevant and to show that if people are coming to your page, they're getting that content that they need to see to make a decision. So all of the pieces of content that I have on my page are really specifically built not to grow my account, but to convert the people that I'm getting there with ads every single day. So I don't need to post every single day or even week. But sometimes I do when I feel I'm more inspired or I want to really hit new information on my account. So I post more often. Posting content is important part of nurturing those new people who have landed on your page. And you can do that. Another really important thing that you should set up is email automations and text message reminders that happen before the booking actually happens, because you want to nurture the clients. You want to overcome their objections. You want to show that you know what you're talking about, because by the time that they come to your call, it's going to make your sales process so much easier. A lot of people are always saying how they hate sales calls, and I completely understand this because I was terrified of doing sales calls. You're selling quite a high price service to a business owner who is really experienced. They've got a really successful business. So it's really intimidating to sell yourself, really, like, because that's what we're doing. We're selling our own skills, we're selling our own services. So what I noticed is if I do my job well as a marketer with the ads and the content, everything I'm doing as a business owner to market my business, when I get on the sales call, it's not really a hard sales call. It's more about just giving them extra information, helping them out, and really building a connection rather than using like really specific sales tactics to close them on the sale. I can't do that. It just feels icky for me. So basically, if you do your job well by posting content, doing the right ads, if you use email automations that are sharing specific type of emails, hitting very specific messaging with that ideal audience, by the time they get into your call, or come into your business. It's such an easy sales process. It's not even, I wouldn't even call it sales. I would call it just having a chat, helping out a friend, really. And they trust you much more. They are much more likely to buy higher price services, to stay with you longer. So it's really, really important that you put energy and effort into the pre-sale, like all of this marketing process before you get actually on the call, because you could be really terrible with sales. I would say that I'm definitely not really experienced with sales calls. I mean, I am really experienced because I've done like hundreds of sales calls by now, but I am not good. I'm okay, but I'm definitely not good on any like professional scale. But I'm closing really well, and that's because of all of the work that happens before the actual call. So make sure you build out email automations, you're using retargeting ads, you are following up with your leads, and you're really not pushing them, but you're giving them missing information so that they could make a decision faster, so that you can take this time frame between them finding your business and converting into paying customer, and you can make it as short as possible. All right, and the final step of systemizing this whole client acquisition process so that you could hit 10K months and beyond as a service provider is to optimize and scale the winning strategy. So once you have built out your ad campaign, if you've tested out what's working, you're now getting them on calls, or you're getting them into your business, you're seeing what nurturing content they're seeing before, how they're reacting to you when you're trying to sell them, or is it a hard sell? Is it an easy sell? You're making optimizations to the campaign. So if you're seeing that, for example, that people are really hard to close, like they're really skeptical, they don't have enough information about your business, or they don't have enough information about your services, what you can do is you can go back to the ad level, for example, and really showcase them who your business is, what kind of results you can provide them with, and really pushing that type of messaging. You can then also use reviews in your emails or in retargeting ads, answering questions, and then see after a while what kind of quality are you getting on the calls or on in the business when they're showing up to your business. Are they not quality? Because they're all quality. I believe that every single client is a great client. It's just about getting the right type of offer in front of them. But just really figuring out if it made the sales process easier for you. If it did, great. That was the right type of messaging. Let's continue with that. Let's make it even better. Let's push out more content that talks about that type of messaging, like the reviews, everything like that, or that type of problem. If it didn't make any changes, try a different type of messaging, and like just constantly optimize the whole process. And when you do have something that is working, you definitely need to track the important metrics, like how much is it costing you to get a client? How many clients are you getting? What's your conversion rates? How many people are seeing your ads every single day? How many new followers are you getting? How many of those new followers are sending you a DM? Like, you have to track important metrics so that you can optimize them and you would know what is actually important. Obviously, the most important metric for you is going to be conversions. How many people am I actually getting as a paying customer? Is that number growing every single month? Is it declining? If so, why? And then making adjustments as you see the numbers coming in. And once you know your numbers, you have tested out, it's working, like you're getting calls in your calendar on a daily basis or weekly basis, depending on how many clients can you even see. You're then converting them on a weekly basis or monthly basis. You love the clients you're working with, and you are ready, you have done your numbers, you know exactly how much it's costing you to get a booking in the calendar or getting them into business, how much does it cost you to get an inquiry, how much you're spending on ads, and then how much they are buying from you, like from what amount. You are then ready to scale if you want to, because you can build this up so you don't have to grow it too much, so that if you don't want to hire employees or stuff or anything like that, But if you want to grow your business, you can scale this up. You can scale this up by increasing your ad spend or launching more ads, building out more systems, hiring sales team, hiring more employees. There's so many ways that you can scale this. And once it's working, there's no ceiling to what you can do with this. So let me tell you an example of one of my coaching students who works in financial industry. He was in business for a really long time, and in that industry, cost per calls are really expensive, and there's just like certain ways that everyone is doing it. There's just certain industries where there's like this dinosaur, I call them dinosaur industries, where they just do same type of marketing for 20 years already, and that's one of the industries that is like this. So he was paying before over £100 per booked call, so £125 or something per booked call. And it didn't mean that these clients are going to convert into paying customers. So it was actually costing him much more to actually convert a customer. But of course, he was making more from that client as well. So the amounts that he was earning are quite reasonable. So I told him how to launch an ad campaign. We did it together. That would build his authority, that would show his business, build trust, because that's a huge problem in that industry. And then ask them to make an appointment. And in the first week of launching the ads, he started getting bookings for only £25 per call. So that's what's possible when you have a working strategy or a working ad that is proven. So here's the final thoughts. Scaling your service-based business or any type of business, a math question. It doesn't mean that you need to work harder. A lot of business owners think that if I want to grow this, I need to push harder and work harder. But actually nowadays, we are so distracted by hundreds of things that are happening around us and want our attention. So if you can just focus and pick the right strategies that have been proven, that are smart, that mean that you are working smarter, not harder, because hard work is not going to help you nowadays as much as it did maybe 10 years ago or 20 years ago. You definitely need to be disciplined, but you need to be not only a hard worker, but also a smart worker. And if you can pick strategies that are proven to work and you can focus and eliminate all of this other distraction next to you, you are going to be successful. You can scale your business. You can grow past 10K months. You can grow to 10K months. It's not that difficult. It's just about not getting distracted and using right strategies. You cannot do that if you just keep pushing out more content. You have to use strategies that are automated. You can use on scale, like advertising can help you with, that is predictable, that can give you numbers that you can use to make decisions. Then you're going to be successful. All right. If this episode was interesting to you, make sure you share it with a friend. If you want to get my full playbook on how the $10 a day ads work, how service providers book clients on autopilot without cold DMs, daily reels, or expensive funnels, then I'm going to leave a link into this description in this episode. Click on it, download it. It's an ebook with detailed instructions on how this campaign works, what you need to do to launch it, and you can enjoy and implement it for your business. All right. Thank you so much for listening, and I'll see you in the next episode. If you enjoyed this episode and you know a person who would absolutely love this and get value from it, then make sure you share it with them now. And don't forget to check out our other episodes. See you soon.